What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was set to arrive in Taiwan on Monday evening for a business forum in the southern city of Kaohsiung. The footage you're seeing is of Pompeo's first visit to Taiwan this year, back in March. This time, he is here primarily on business. He is scheduled to have a breakfast meeting with Kaohsiung Mayor Chen Qi-mai and to address the first Global Taiwan Business Forum in the city. Pompeo has been a vocal supporter of Taiwan in his political career. During his last visit, President Tsai Ing-wen awarded him for his efforts promoting U.S.-Taiwan relations. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that an attack on Taiwan by China would be a disaster for global industry. His comment came in an interview with CBS News.
Taiwan itself, were anything to happen, it is where virtually all the semiconductors are made. If that's disrupted, the effects that would have on the global economy could be devastating.
Blinken was speaking on Sunday, 2 days after meeting Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. Following their meeting, the Chinese side accused the U.S. of making dangerous signals on Taiwan that Beijing sees as encouraging Taiwan independence. Blinken told the minister that the U.S. has not changed its one China policy and sees peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait as vitally important. He reiterated this position in the CBS interview and expressed concerns that China has been making moves to change the status quo in the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan has hit back against claims in a speech made by China's foreign minister to the UN General Assembly this weekend.
从政治上、法律上和程序上彻底解决了包括台湾在内全中国在联合国以及国际机构中的代表权问题，也彻底封堵了任何人、任何国家企图制造两个中国或者一中一台的任何空间。
Taiwan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has called Wang's speech a misinterpretation of Resolution 2758. They pointed out that the resolution only addressed the issue of China's representation at the UN and did not mention Taiwan at all. The resolution did not authorize the People's Republic of China to represent Taiwan in the UN system, and it did not say Taiwan was part of the PRC, the ministry said. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has called for Taiwan's inclusion in the United Nations. In a speech to the UN General Assembly on Saturday, the country's Prime Minister, Ralph Gonsalves, urged members to allow Taiwan to participate more in related organizations. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is one of just 14 countries that still maintains official diplomatic ties with Taipei. Taiwan has not been able to participate in the UN since 1971, when representation of China changed from Taipei and the Republic of China to Beijing and the People's Republic of China. British Prime Minister Liz Truss has said that the United Kingdom will, quote, make sure that Taiwan is able to defend itself. In an interview with CNN, Truss said that her government was working with its allies to reduce strategic dependency on China and ensure they have a common response to Beijing's threats. On Taiwan, Truss said that the free world had to learn lessons from the Ukraine and make sure Taiwan is able to defend itself. With just 2 months to go before Taiwan's local elections, major parties are sending their top officials around the country to support their candidates. Eric Gao reports.
Political heavyweights on the campaign trail, stumping for their respective parties ahead of November's local elections. President Tsai Ing-wen headed to the northeastern county of Yilan over the weekend to back her ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP's, candidate there, Zhang Cong-yuan. Taiwan's main opposition Kuomintang, or KMT, also brought out the big guns. Former President Ma Ying-jeou stumped for his party both in the capital of Taipei and in the southern city of Tainan. Incumbent KMT Taichung Mayor Liu Xiuyan was also in Tainan to support mayoral candidate Xie Longjie. Taiwan's local elections are seen as a sort of midterm referendum on the ruling party. Success here could pave the way for the legislative and presidential elections in 2024. With just 2 months left to persuade voters, Both parties are ramping up their campaign efforts before people head to the polls on November 26th. As Nia Zhou, James Rayner, and Eric Liu for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan has begun rolling out the second-generation Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Over 44,000 people got the jab in 13 cities and counties across the country over the weekend, the first time they were available. A third shipment of vaccine doses arrived on Sunday night. These shots have been earmarked for at-risk groups like senior citizens, people in care homes, and adults with compromised immune systems. Taiwan's Pandemic Response Task Force says it may make the new vaccines available to frontline medical and transport workers as well. Heavy rain on Sunday left dozens stranded in northeastern Taiwan. 43 campers were stuck after rivers flooded in Yilan's Qingshui Geothermal Park. Excavators were called in to help rescue the stranded campers over a period of 3 hours. Another group of 23 stuck nearby were evacuated on foot. No injuries were reported in either group. Over 300 millimeters of rain were recorded in the area on Sunday. In mid-October, Taiwan is expected to reopen its borders and scrap its 3-day mandatory quarantine for all arrivals. As Louise Watt reports, that's leaving hotels that operate Taiwan's 24,000 quarantine rooms with an uncertain future.
As soon as a guest checks out, a cleaner starts disinfecting their hotel room. It's a scene that's played out countless times in Taiwan's roughly 3,000 quarantine hotels over the past 2.5 years. But with Taiwan planning to scrap its mandatory quarantine in mid-October, these hotels that have been hosting Taiwanese and foreign residents returning from abroad say they face a turbulent time ahead.
针对防疫旅馆要改变的话，那必须要给我们点时间。13号开始的话，我们也希望政府的公文能早一点通知我们。
Hotels have lost out on tourist revenue during the pandemic, but quarantine rooms have been a way to make money. At its height, returning travellers had to isolate for 14 days. Now hotels say they need time and money to reorient themselves.
旧的东西稍微做一些更新的话，我想呢，用40个房间来算的话，没有2000万是不可能的。政府在这个地方应该要提高这个比例。
很多的旅馆它都会造成人力的不足，整个阵痛期可能将近要1个半月到2个月。
Taiwan is one of the last countries to cling to a quarantine policy because of COVID-19, even though its own daily cases have for months dwarfed the numbers of infected people arriving from abroad. The government aims to do away with its current mandatory 3-day quarantine on October the 13th, providing Taiwan has passed the peak of its latest Omicron outbreak. After that, hotel operators say they have no idea whether quarantine hotels will still exist. But the Tourism Bureau says it will give hotels 2 weeks' notice of any new measures and says hotels can start preparing now for Taiwan's open borders. Patrick Chen and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwanese gymnasts have won 2 medals at the 2022 Paris Challenge Cup. Tang Jiahong won a silver medal in the men's floor routine, and Xiao Youran won a bronze in the pommel horse. Ling Guanyi also placed 4th in the men's rings. Paris is just the first stop on a 50-day international tour that will also see the gymnasts compete in Hungary and Turkey. The team hopes its competitors will then go on to place top 8 at the upcoming World Championships in the UK. That would give them a ticket back to Paris for the 2024 Olympics. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of models on the catwalk at Milan Fashion Week in Italy. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.